May I come in, sir?
Hi Gaurav, please come.
Good evening, sir.
Please sit, Gaurav. Let us know when you are comfortable. Careful, around.
Yes, comfortable.
The wristwatch is not loose.
What?
Wristwatch.
Yes.
Huh? Tight?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
Can you introduce yourself, Gaurav?
Yes, sir. My name is.
And in the introduction, include all the facets of your DAF one which we don't have.
Sure.
Yeah.
My name is Gourav Kumar Mondal. I was born and brought up in Kundait village of Jamtara district of Jharkhand. And after that, I completed my graduation in civil engineering in IIT Kanpur. Post that, I worked as a software engineer in JP Morgan Chase for 1 year, 8 months. In April 2022, I quit my job and started preparing for civil services exam. And this is my first attempt and first interview. And my optional is Anthropology. Thanks.
Can you tell something about your family as well?
My father is doctor in government sector, and my mother is homemaker. Thank you.
So he's a government service doctor.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. And mother is a homemaker.
Yes.
How about your siblings?
I have one elder sister. She is 10 years elder than me. She is a government teacher. And
10 years elder to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And she is where?
Government teacher, and she's married. She's married in the nearby village of Kundait itself.
Okay. What's your brother-in-law doing?
He is teacher as well.
He is government teacher.
Government teacher.
सारे government में लगे हो? Huh? Good. अच्छा, anthropology happens to be your optional, right?
Yes, sir.
Can you give me a brief history of evolution of the place of women in society?
Yes. So, should I start from the ancient times?
Yeah.
Okay, so the distinction between female gender and male gender started from the time of Astrophysics as itself. When it was related to childbirth, how the institution of marriage developed. Later, the position of women in the society started with child caring, child rearing, and the position of men started in going out and hunting. And then later, we have also seen things like polygamy, polyandry, where men were given more power. And in some societies of India, we see matriarchal nature of society as well, like Nayars of Malabar. We are seeing, and we are seeing. Then after evolution of society in modern age, we are seeing more monogamous nature of, and we are also seeing female-centric families like single mothers, single mother families. And in recent times, because of feminist movement, the position of women has increased vis-a-vis the ancient times.
You would have heard about surely about the Uniform Civil Code, right? Uniform
Yes,
Civil Code.
Yes, sir.
Tell me how the introduction of Uniform Civil Code will better the position of women in the society.
So first of all, it will decrease the instances of polygamous marriages that we have in few of our culture. So it will introduce monogamy, and it will give more power to women, and it will also change personal laws, like it will eradicate few laws which are not gender empowering, for like triple talaq issues. So it will also help in changing that. Second, it will also make men and women more equal in terms of division of property and other, because the Uniform Civil Code will also work towards this property laws as well.
See, generally, it has been seen, Gaurav, that resource-rich states or resource-rich areas, they generally are devoid of development. Be it Bihar, be it Jharkhand, to certain extent, certain fringes of West Bengal, even for that matter, the fringes of Andhra Pradesh and all, which happens to be resource rich. But when it comes to certain developmental indicators, be it literacy, health condition, they always lag. The ones who are the providers are being left behind. So the dream of inclusive development is somewhere not getting fulfilled. What do you think?
So it's a very popular problem which we generally see in such resource rich region. Is also termed as resource curse. We can see the problem that happens that external players come into the picture and they exploit the local resources, and the local people who should be getting benefited, they get exploited. Like if you give the example of Jharkhand itself, the issue of whole illegal mining that is very popular, where the external money lenders and industries come there, exploit the natural resources, and the miners don't even get adequate benefit and
Why
equipment.
is there governance deficit then?
So, if you talk about Jharkhand, the government deficit is majorly related to the political instability and corruption of there, because of the high cases of nexus between industrialists and politicians. There has been increase in corruption, and also uh, the political parties don't look into the benefit of the local people. Because of the nexus, they favor the industrialist more. So that's
Don't
why.
you think this gap or this facet of gap in the inclusive development, this was the one which the Maoist actually traded upon?
Yes, sir. So the whole Maoist movement and the Naxalite problem, that originates from the underdevelopment of the area, because of the cases of high unemployment, and unemployed youth are more prone to getting radicalized, and they join this Maoist and Naxalite movement. But government has been working tirelessly towards solving these cases. Even the recent case of first government presence in Budapest of Jharkhand was a great example of this.
Have you heard about Sandesh model, Ask Duar model?
No, sir. Sorry,
You
sir,
haven't
I
heard
don't- I
about
don't know about
these two models. Acha. Uh, why some states have been successful in solving this Maoism problem, especially states like AP, Telangana, they have generally been able to control it. But some states, including yours, Bihar, your state, West Bengal, certain parts, they have not been able to do. So, what could be the primary reason for this?
So if I talk about primary reason, controlling the Naxalite problem always have two type of approach. The short term approach is making a dedicated special police force dealing with this kind of situation, with should be provided adequate equipment. Like Andhra Pradesh has Black Panthers and similar.
Who has Black Panthers?
I think I'm missing on the details, but Greyhounds.
They have Greyhounds.
Sorry, Greyhounds they have. So this kind of special forces should be there, and which is Jharkhandis might be lacking on some
But
areas.
the CRPF Specialized Battalion is doing its job. No? What is the name of the battalion?
Sorry, don't know.
CRPF.
CRPF.
Have you heard about Cobra battalions?
Yes, sir. Cobra battalion.
Commando battalions for resolute action.
Yes, sir.
Have you heard about them?
Yes, I have heard about.
They are doing a great job with respect to that.
Okay, sir.
Good.
Thanks.
See, there are three institutions in the society:
Yes, sir.
the doctors, teachers, and the soldiers.
Yes, sir.
I know all three are important, but if you have to choose one, which is that institution that you would give the topmost position, and why? Doctors, teachers, and the soldier.
So I feel teachers should be given the first position. Second will be doctor. Third will be soldier.
Third is the soldier.
First reason is teachers. Why I'm saying, when I say the term teacher, it covers all branch of teaching. Like even if a doctor has to even a doctor has to give their knowledge, so that he also has to be a teacher first.
Trained by a teacher.
Yes,
Should have been trained.
Should have been trained by teacher.
You mean to say a good teacher can make a good doctor?
Yeah, a good engineer as well, a good soldier as well.
Right?
Yes,
so good. Very good view. Also tell me, Gourav, as you said, teachers are very important.
Yes.
But do you think in our country, especially in the private sector, government sector at least they are taken care of, But when it comes to private sector, the teachers are exploited and the nation is silent about it. But when you go to US, when you see the universities and the best of the minds are teaching there, especially if I can take the example of RBI Governor Raghuram Rajan, he is a teacher. Couple of other deputy governors also who came there, primarily teachers. It means our nation is failing to acknowledge the importance of the contribution of teachers in the nation making.
So when it comes to exploitation of teacher, because of this digital education, I think teachers are also getting enough platform to provide their thoughts
What
and
is the
education.
digital footprint of Jharkhand?
Even 90% people have mobile phones, and around 45 to 50%
Having a
has.
mobile phone can be considered to be a digital footprint.
But it is one of the factors should be mentioned, and around 45 to 50% is the internet penetration in Jharkhand as well, and all over India it's more than 50% around. So yeah.
One last question, Gaurav.
Yes.
Jharkhand has produced the finest hockey players.
Hockey. Yes.
Hockey players, right?
Yes.
What could be the reason?
First of all, I think the tribal culture itself, the hardships of the tribal life and living in areas such as a forest, they are physically more competent to deal with such activities. And many of the local games, that tribal games that we have, that also requires more and more physical fitness. So
but
that
hockey is a game of technique also, right?
Yes.
How the technique is coming to?
So the local games like archery, the climbing sports of that gave them agility and durability to master the techniques of hockey as well. Because and majorly in hockey is a game of stamina, and they already have a very good stamina, and the techniques they gain from their regular tribal life.
So you mean to say they have the aptitude? It is only the training that is required, and we are successful in giving them.
Yes, not entirely successful. We need to have more robust infrastructure in the field of sports.
Why we have there was a time. Do you know by any chance when was India which got a last gold medal in hockey? Which year, by any chance, if you are aware? It was 1980. I think it's 1980, the last time that we got a gold medal in Olympics.
Yes.
So it's been a 44 years of wait. Yes. What went wrong?
So, as per my understanding, few of the sports took the spotlight, and major fund got diverted towards them. Like if you see the BCCI, the whole cricket and BCCI is the richest board.
Is it only the funding, or any change in the game rule position? Any idea?
So I feel even in the administrator of this, the board members that we have, they are not related to hockey, but it has been there have been cases of politicization of this sport boards. That is also a major issue.
In cricket also.
But in cricket,
more deep rooted in cricket.
But in major, like if we talk about selection committee, players are there. Like even the coach we have, and even the ICC president, our cricketers have been in very good positions who have played cricket. So I think in other sports we need to act on that.
Okay. Good.
Sir. You work with JT Morgan.
Yes, sir.
You must be having some fair idea about status of US economy. Are you comfortable?
So, I worked as a software engineer, so I was not in the security scene. So yes.
What are the current Fed rates in US?
No, sir.
What about in general? US economy is performing nowadays?
Yes, sir. So it's a capitalist model of economy that US has, and it is already developed, so it has like 1 to 2% growth. So
you have heard the word recession.
Yes.
What is that?
So if the economic growth for 2 quarters, if the economic growth is negative, then we say it is a recession.
What is the currency of China? Anyway, doesn't make any difference. Yeah, what is that? You say that China plus advantage we will have.
Yes.
What is that China plus?
So it's related to the supply chain, global supply chain, like not giving China the monopoly in a particular supply chain. We are not just India, the whole world is adopting a China plus one strategy.
How can we take advantage of that?
So then we don't give China the power to have the monopoly over a supply chain, and so that it won't be able to disrupt the global supply chain of a particular export if we adopt the China plus one strategy. So that, yes.
What is this GPT?
Chat GPT. Yes, sir. It's a generative AI form of generative
What is
AI.
the full form of GPT?
Sorry, sir, I'm not able to recall at this point.
Who owns this Chat GPT? The company.
It's with the CEO is Sam Altman and the company is OpenAI.
What went wrong with that CEO? So some story for 2-3 days, no?
Yes, sir.
For that.
So I think first one of the issue was like suing of OpenAI by New York Times that it is using their data for and it is not giving adequate compensation to New York Times. So that was one controversy. So, yes.
What is that future of AI for a country like India?
So I feel like India can benefit a lot from AI. Like even if we consider the sectoral performance of AI, like AI in agriculture, we can actually increase our agriculture production manifold by precision agriculture, targeting crops specifically on the areas that it needs to be targeted. Even if I talk about education, which is AI can provide customized education to every children.
What are the issues involved with AI?
So first issue will be related to misuse of AI, which is we have seen in the creating biasness, which is affecting the decision making during the election by voters. Second will be the issue of deep fakes that we have and fake news. Because of AI, it is nowadays very easy to make a deep fake video and circulate and use it for spreading propaganda and radicalize the youth. Second will be this. And third will be also the severe need of upskilling, because of AI can create a lot of can also replace a lot of jobs. So that's all.
What do you think in general? Will it be possible for AI, if we introduce AI, just like this mock interview, with the help of AI, it can be taken?
So I feel
more possibility.
I feel it won't be possible, sir, because there are two type of AI that we have. One is narrow AI and one is strong AI. So the thing is, currently the AI is capable only of articulating things. Like we have to provide inputs and then only it can answer properly.
So
it doesn't have that human element in it, which can.
We can record all mock interviews of last 10 years and then it can search for something, no?
So, but still it won't be able to understand the behavioral tendency of human. That it is missing the emotional intelligence of a human currently. So, which is very important if you see from a mock interview point of view.
What is your view with regard to cryptocurrency? Your personal view.
So cryptocurrency has revolutionized not only cryptocurrency, the whole decentralized web have revolutionized how we see the web, which is Web 3.0. But the problem with this, like, it needs regulations, because it can easily be misused and it can be used for terrorist activities, funding terrorist organization. So we need regulations. So with regulation, cryptocurrency is great, and the inherent technology that it has, blockchain technology.
Is it being regulated in India, crypto?
So we have put it 30% tax on the transaction of cryptocurrency, and we are also using we haven't formally recognized cryptocurrency as a legal tender. So,
any idea about the current Bitcoin rate? Track that or no?
I used to track that when I used to invest in cryptocurrency, but after when it took a dip, I stopped tracking it. So
overall, you made a profit or loss?
I made a profit.
You made a profit.
Yes.
You don't want to continue with that?
So I don't think it has a good future in nearer term. So
you think that it will come to an end? No?
So the cryptocurrency derives its value from it doesn't have an inherent asset which gives its value. It gets its value from how we perceive it. Like if we think that it is of a great value, then only it will be great value. So it creates a very big bubble of valuation. So once the valuation,
but it is there in the last, I think, 5-6 years. It is going on well.
Yes, but the decrease is massively. Like for recent time, in few months the value has decreased a lot. Even if you see the value of few cryptocurrency like EDA, which is Solana, that their value once which is to be
Bitcoin
200.
is different. Bitcoin is a market leader. No.
Yeah, but all this Bitcoin is like it is a cumulative thing. Like if one cryptocurrency is taking a dip,
how much salary you were getting in JP Morgan?
So I don't think it should be disclosed in this kind of interview. Thank you, sir.
So, but my point is that in civil service it will be less as compared to JP Morgan.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
So you are prepared for that sacrifice.
Yes, sir. I feel like after a certain point of time, I think having a fulfilling work is more important than generating a lot of money. Thanks. Yes.
Why is Jamtara in the news?
Yes, sir.
Many times.
So Jamtara is notorious for cyber crimes. It used to be known as a cyber crime hub of India. Yes, sir.
And any other activities?
So before this whole cyber crime thing, the youth of Jamtara was also engaged in hooliganism and chain snatching in trains as well. So it has a history of violence.
No Naxalite movement there.
Naxalite is the whole Jharkhand is known for Naxalite movements because it falls under Red Corridor. So yeah.
Okay. So Red Corridors means from which place to which place?
So it goes from there is term like Tirupati to Pasupati. The whole is.
Now, who said that Mao is our chairman? Chairman Mao is our chairman. Who said it? One of the Naxalite leaders.
Yes, so. Sorry, sir, I'm not able to recall the name.
Charu Majumdar.
Yes, Charu Majumdar. Yes, correct. Yes, Charu Majumdar.
No, your first choice is, IAS.
Yes,
and third choice is IFS.
Yes, sir.
Second choice is IPS.
Yes, sir.
Now, if you are, selected as an IPS officer and appointed in, say, in one of the districts of the Red Corridor, then how will you face the problem of Naxalites?
So there will be two types of approach. One has to deal with the short-term approach where we have to deploy more and more forces and also give them adequate equipment to deal with the elements which are creating this kind of problem or radicalizing the youth. And second will be the development approach that we need to take. We need to spread more awareness among youth and channelize their energy towards something positive. We have schemes like, even for tribal youth, we have schemes like Eklavya model of schools. Even for women, we have Kasturba Gandhi school. We need to develop more on that, and also we need to create more and more jobs.
No, they can create jobs, only when the road goes there. They don't allow the roads to be built there.
So for that, that's why I talked about the short-term approach. We need to deal with those elements first. Then we can take the development approach. Yes.
Yes. So then how will you control it first? This problem. How will you deal with the Naxalites? Don't you think that you have to address the people through the media?
So I feel the Naxalites derive their power from the people. If the people stop supporting, then Naxalite
movement will derive their power by fooling the people.
Yes.
So you have to de-fool the people.
Yes.
You have to tell them the truth.
Yes.
That they are the agents of China and they are destroying our areas only because they want to help China.
Yes.
Because it's a part of the Red Corridor.
Yes, sir.
So it's first of all, the first role is that of the media, because they also fool the people by using their media.
Yes.
So you have to use your media to bring the people to the right path.
Yes. And we also need to bridge the trust deficit that we have people vis-a-vis government, because
Yes.
that hatred gets channelized towards that.
Yes.
Thanks. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, Gaurav, as you belong to Jharkhand
Yes, sir.
and you are civil engineer
Yes, sir.
and your optional subject is,
Anthropology.
so being a civil engineer,
Yes, sir.
let me ask, there are some cases related with your state. One case is Jharkhand Mukti Morcha case.
Yes, sir.
It is a very famous judgment delivered by Honorable Supreme Court. Can you highlight something on it? I agree with the decision given by the court in this case, or it requires change or certain improvement of on this decision.
So, could you please elaborate on
Jharkhand
the
Mukti Morcha case.
I am not familiar with the judgment that was given.
Jharkhand Mukta bribery case. Jharkhand, at that time, Shibu Soren, Chief Minister, and P.V. Narasimha Rao was Prime Minister. So at that time, it is a very famous case. So you are not aware.
No, I must go and read more about it. So.
Okay.
So
So recently, there is a Office of Profit issue. It is connected with present CM of your state.
Yes,
Can
sir.
you highlight what is the meaning of Office of Profit and what is the connection with your present CM?
Yes, sir. Office of profit, as in any office holder that which is government is in charge of it. I mean, like it is either the salary is getting from government, or like
Who is getting?
the person is getting
Any person?
which is involved in that office of profit.
No. If someone is connected or holding Office of Profit, then that person must be legislature.
Yeah.
Then there are the disqualifications, ground of disqualification.
Yes.
So in that context, I am asking that what is the objective that a legislature is not allowed to hold the Office of Profit?
So that it doesn't get biases while making a law towards that office, because the interest should not clash.
How interest can be classed?
Because if a legislature forms a law which impact that office, then then there will be conflicting bias. So
Who
conflict
make the
of
law?
interest. Legislature, Lok Sabha.
So
Or like-
presently, if a bill is introduced in your legislative assembly, Jharkhand, or in parliament, who introduced the bill?
Like are you talking about private member bill, or
No, generally who introduced the bill?
Lok Sabha introduces it?
In Lok Sabha, who is the person who is introducing the bill?
The party in majority.
Party introduce.
Yes.
Now presently BJP is NDA.
Yeah.
BJP will introduce the bill.
Yeah, party in majority.
No, it is the concerned department, ministry. Minister introduce the bill generally. So is ministry is legislature or executive?
Ministry is executive, which is Council of Ministers.
So in that context, I am asking how you are connecting that conflict of interest. If executive is introducing the bill, so is disqualification ground is for the legislature or for executive?
It's a check and balance, I guess.
So I ask another question, that if someone is holding the Office of Profit, then who can be the final authority to decide on whether it is a ground of disqualification, or who will take the final call?
A Speaker of Lok Sabha.
Speaker? No, in your legislative assembly, if ex-legislature is holding Office of Profit, then who will take the final decision? Who is
For
the?
disqualifying,
Yes, for disqualification.
it should be Election Commission.
Election Commission. So
I-
in this case, who will take the decision? So there is a news that can Governor of Jharkhand, I think you know the name. Who is the present governor?
So I'm going to.
Can he hold that report, the opinion of Election Commission, for more than 5 months or 6 months?
Hmm.
So can you highlight where it is written, if we want to know more, that who is the appropriate authority to take the decisions? Because it is a very, very important issue. Today is also there that Jharkhand CM is missing, various are coming. So, I think the wife of CM is also in news. Can you connect that? Why she was in news?
Because the ED raid, she was not present.
Okay. So what CM want to achieve? Now there is one MLA of your assembly, he resigned. So what is the reason that one loyalist MLA of your CM resigned? So what they want to achieve? Who will contest the election?
So election are coming. So the leading
by election, there is a strategy plan B from the state CM side that if something is happened to the CM, then his wife will contest the election.
Okay.
So anyhow, you are not getting that point. But
yes, sir.
Then can you expand the meaning of word civil? Because when we use the civil jurisprudence, civilization, so civil engineer, how you can expand the meaning of civil?
Abbreviation.
Full form of word civil?
Civil.
So no issue. We can. In anthropology, who is the best anthropologist in India? Yeah, who can be said is the best anthropologist?
So we can't just say one anthropologist is the best. Like
So,
S.C. Roy
as per you,
S.C. Roy has been termed, and L.P. Vidyarthi has also contributed significantly.
The reason why if someone is the best anthropologist as per you, then what is the reason?
So if I say it will be L.P. Vidyarthi, I consider him one of the very pioneer of this subject because of his work that he has done. Even considering my state as well, like he has worked tirelessly towards.
Can you name the work he has done?
Yeah, yes, L.P. Vidyarthi has worked with. He published the Mahler book where he highlighted the concept of nature, man, spirit concept. So
who coined the term anthropology?
So I'm just missing the name.
And last question: if someone is change the party, if someone comes within the anti-defection law, who is the final authority to take the decision?
Speaker.
Where it is written?
Rules of Lok Sabha. Yes.
Rules of Lok Sabha.
I need to check with that.
10th schedule.
10th schedule.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes, thanks.
Sir, Gourav, I was just overhearing some.
Yes, sir.
I was inquisitive to ask a couple of more questions to you, especially from the economic domain.
Yes.
RBI releases some reports in its course of functioning.
Yes.
Can you name any one or two of them? Reports released by RBI, the duration, what is the periodicity of the release?
Health of economy, they release as well, and exactly which report you are referring to? Sorry.
The RBI releases many reports.
Yes, sir.
So some are quarterly, some are half yearly, some are annual reports of RBI.
Yes.
Can you name? When Dr. Raghuram Rajan was there, he released one report called Asset Quality Review.
Economic surveys also get released by RBI.
No, it doesn't. Asset Quality Review naam suna hai kabhi? Asset Quality.
Yes, review. I have heard about the name, but not details of it.
Any wild guess? It relates to what? Whose asset and what quality?
Asset is in overall asset of India is infrastructure.
Banks.
Okay.
Bank's balance sheet, NPS.
Okay.
Related to the.
Okay.
Okay. You've heard IMF, right?
Yes.
International Monetary Fund. You've heard about gold monetization scheme?
Yes, sir.
Can you elaborate on that?
So, the government of India is for reducing the imports of gold. We are trying to the gold we already have in country.
I'm not talking about the present gold monetization scheme.
Okay.
I'm talking with respect to IMF. When IMF was formed, how was dollar being purchased in the international market?
So it was pegged against some
so gold pegged.
Gold pegged,
right?
Yeah.
Do you remember any what was the procedure followed and why this procedure was stopped in 1971? Any idea who was the American president?
So I've heard about it, but I'm now unable to recall
Richard
it at
Nixon.
this moment.
Richard Nixon, if you have heard, that's why it is called Nixon shock. In the history of world economy, this event is renowned as a Nixon shock.
Yes.
What
Yes.
was happening was the world was depositing dollar and taking gold. IMF suddenly realized and US suddenly realized that the gold reserves are getting depleted.
Depleted. Yes.
You heard about the foreign exchange reserves of a country,
Yes.
right? It has composition of what you call currency denominated assets,
Yes.
gold and special drawing rights.
Spur drawing rights.
Right? Do you have any idea where this gold, which is held by RBI, where this gold is kept? Kidhar hai? Physically, where is it? It is in India, Switzerland, where is it?
So I'm not totally sure, but if you permit, I can take a guess. It might be with World Bank.
It's in
It's
in
in
India.
Okay.
It's in Nagpur. The
Okay.
special reserve of RBI, where it is, vaults of RBI, it is kept at Nagpur.
Okay.
So just last one question,
Yes, sir.
Gaurav. Why politics is not a chosen career for the youth?
So it might be because of the face value it has, the politics, like because we relate a lot with politics with something like if you are, there is a saying like if you are not interested in any other thing, you are interested in.
So, but
Exactly.
imagine the best of the minds joining IITs, choosing to go out, maybe to some extent civil services also.
Yes.
So, don't you see a tail end syndrome in politics?
Yes, sir. I think we need to follow an approach which is hard to get approach that we study in ethics as well. Like we need to market the career in politics that is very hard to achieve. Then only it will attract youth and make it a more make it as a career,
More lucrative
as a career. I think because also the issue with criminalization of politics, it has a bad name associated with it.
By any chance, the salary element missing Indian mindset?
So I
in
think
politics?
all politicians are adequately compensated for their work. So I don't think that is the
No,
reason.
till such time you don't become a member of a parliament or the state legislative assembly or the council, you won't get anything.
But I think like a lot of funding comes from for the political parties. So
ठीक, चल, good, good Gaurav. Your interview is over. You
Thanks.
can relax. ठीक है? थोड़ा economics पे pressure, NPA problem, repeated NPAs.
Yes.
Sir was asking about some economics questions where I felt you could have done.
Yes.
Sir, tell me how you used AI in your preparation. Did you use AI in your own preparation for UPSC? Did you use?
No,
You
no,
didn't
sir.
feel the need to.
No, I didn't feel.
Check it.
Good
Sir?
enough of resources are available
I know,
for
I
UPSC
understand.
preparation.
I understand. But still, mains mein you can still use
Chat
some extent.
GPT or something.
Anything.
Yeah.
any domain. Jharkhand, what's happening? When is your interview?
16 Feb.
16.
Yes, sir.
Jharkhand में जो हो रहा है, trust me, it will be asked.
Yeah, yes.
And your interview may start with it. So
Yes, sir.
you should not be, googled. पहले ही बॉल में गूगल नहीं होना चाहिए.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है, थोड़ा झारखंड का अच्छे से आप पढ़ाई करो.
Yes, sir. In 1 or 2 weeks, I didn't give enough time to
That's
go through because I was
That's-
mock interview. That's why I am planning ki after second I will go back to my place and I will just
Concentrate on your preparation.
concentrate on preparation.
Plan it well.
Plan it. Yes, sir.
और बाकी office of profit, connected concepts related to that, how the anti-defection can be applied, who is the final authority. They're all very reasonable questions
Yes,
that
sir.
were asked.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
So the board would expect you to see if you do not give an answer, who coined the term anthropologist, it doesn't matter. They
Yes,
won't, feel bad. Sir asked you what is the full form of civil. नहीं पता है. That's fine. But what's happening on the political front and which is currently in the news, not knowing, may not be taken
Yes, sir.
positively. US economy को अच्छे से पढ़ो. 2 economies other than Indian economy, US and Chinese economy, अच्छे से पढ़ाई करो and its impact on Indian economy. Do a comparative analysis. What's happening? What's going wrong?
Yes.
Okay? Chinese yuan not knowing is a sin.
I actually knew, but it was not coming in my mind.
Renminbi or
Exactly.
yuan, you can say anything.
Yes, sir.
But I was happy with the way you teachers was a good choice. Jharkhand hockey, because it had all, there is a legacy of hockey players in Jharkhand. So that's how that legacy got, cross-generational transformation happened.
Yes, sir.
Hockey ka. So who were those stalwarts ever since 1948? You make a list of them. How have they contributed? वो सारी चीजें थोड़ा.
Yes, sir.
Dhanraj Pillai is one major, contributor to
Yes,
hockey.
Yes.
In the recent times.
Yes, sir.
40s, 50s और बड़े नाम.
Yes, sir.
थोड़ा उसके ऊपर research.
Thanks.
And UCC, how it will change the position of women? वो थोड़ा, it is a probable question that I expect that may be asked.
But I don't think actually it will change much
Very much
empowerment.
definitely. The right to choose. Like if you are born in a Muslim family.
But saying that it will impact whole women empowerment, it won't be, because it's the mindset that needs to be changed.
It will change. See how the law becomes law. It is a value. It's a norm which gets a shape of a value. Then the society demands that value. Then gradually it will take the shape of what you call law, right? So now when it is becoming law, it is a reverse. Now the law will force you not to marry more than once.
Yes.
So somewhere the position of women gets, see, if you, I don't know whether you've been associated with Muslim family communities closer, trust me, the women folk is not happy. When the triple talaq came, the women came out open in appreciation of the government decision to do that, right? So this UCC has been long pending. I'm not saying it is only meant for women, but the shade of women, how it can be bettered, that you can always speak of.
Sure.
Right to choose, right to say no, which they do not have today.
Yes.
Right? So that compulsions will all come up. Baki theek hai. Baki, you are fairly good. I'll do one thing. I'll just forward the transcript
Yes,
to you.
sir. Yes,
So that
yes.
anything you would like to ask, sir, want to.
You were using the word okay.
आप थोड़ा repetitively use करो.
Okay को avoid करो.
Okay is
Okay.
not.
और आपने एक बारी word या भी use किया.
Acha, okay.
Yeah. You can't recall. I remembered.
Yeah.
You said, yeah. Thirdly, I think you must have disclosed your monthly salary in JP Morgan in Dev 1.
Yeah.
You would have.
Yes, yes, sir.
Then
Yes,
not
sir.
disclosing to the board doesn't make a difference.
No, I thought like it was a trick question or something. I should not
I think that
disclose it.
you should take proud of that. Even if you are
Okay.
getting 3 lakh, you can announce.
No, I was getting fairly well.
No, you said to me, na, it
Uh-huh.
can't be disclosed.
No, yes, sir.
You
Yes,
said
sir.
to me, although it may or may not be there in Dev 1. For example, it is not there in Dev 1.
Even then.
Still, you should take proud and announce, saying, yes, I got 3 lakh. Wait a minute.
Yes, sir.
That goes to your credit.
Yes, sir. Okay. I thought like it was a trick question or something, like I should not disclose. That's why, because I thought like something like that.
नहीं.
Okay.
See, the board, only one thing the board will not take it lightly is, a tinge of arrogance.
Okay.
वो बिल्कुल ही ruthlessly respond. आपके सामने हंसेगा.
हाँ.
अरे बहुत अच्छे गुड यार, देख कितना चला के बता नहीं रहा. और जब नंबर देने की बारी आएगी, ये कम करें.
Honesty दिखानी है.
आपको लगेगा कि बोर्ड इज एक्सेप्टेड बाय, आई हैव बीन एबल टू कॉर्नर द बोर्ड. आपको लगेगा, वो आपको लगवाने भी देगा.
Okay.
इट विल मेक यू फील दे आर ऑल एक्सपर्ट. सी व्हाट्स योर एज? 22, 23,
नहीं 25.
25. ठीक है. 5 लोग अगर बैठे हैं, 35 साल की सर्विस एवरेज है, तो 175 साल की सर्विस के सामने 25 साल किधर है?
कुछ नहीं. Yes, sir.
है कि नहीं? वो तेरे को बेबी बना के बाहर भेज देगा. और तो खुशी खुशी बाहर आएगा कि इंटरव्यू एक्सेलेंट, नंबर है 160.
So I should be disclose everything. Everything. Disclose.
Honesty.
Yes, sir.
That's all.
Definitely.
You have to be
डॉक्टर
honest.
के सामने, लॉयर के सामने,
Yeah.
कुछ नहीं छुपाने का.
Once
Yes,
you,
sir.
once you sit that side, na, we can read from your face, your body language.
एक और बात बताऊं,
Yes, sir.
which I don't know, somebody would have told you or not.
Yes, sir.
Even if it is not in the DAP, they would know.
हाँ.
ट्रस्ट में, जितने भी बच्चे इंटरव्यू के लिए आते हैं, तूने व्हाट्सएप स्टेटस पे क्या रखा है, तूने फेसबुक पे क्या पोस्ट में कमेंट किया है, दे नो एवरी डैम थिंग. ट्रस्ट में,
Okay, sir.
they know it all. Just seeing whether you are coming out honestly in the board or not.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है?
Private sector में तो ये पूरा देखा जाता है.
हाँ.
Let's say he goes to some other
They will ask what is the past salary.
नहीं, Citibank अगर he joins, they will see all records, Facebook, WhatsApp. Am I correct?
Yes, yes.
तो वहीं से track कर लेंगे behavior क्या है.
So there is nothing to hide.
Yes.
You're wanting to go into that also.
No, actually, I didn't want to hide, but I thought like I should or
We are
something.
your well-wisher.
Yes, sir.
Sir is one of those who always says.
Yes, sir. Definitely, sir.
Be frank, be honest,
things.
And be prepared for, I'm sorry, don't take it other way, be prepared for stressed interview.
Yes.
Because I don't take it other way, you are a good candidate.
Yes, sir.
So we expect lot.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Our expectations are more from you as compared to a fresher.
yes, sir.
You are also a fresher, but you have JP Morgan experience.
experience.
That makes a big difference to you.
Yes, sir.